and welcome to Crowforest Reviews. So it's that time of the year again, and as promised, here's my review of In the Attic. The movie opens with a zoom-out shot of an upside-down cross on the wall, panning back to reveal that, in fact, it's actually the camera that's upside down. This is actually the shot that my sisters and I came up with when we were first coming up with ideas for the movie, and it works pretty well, giving a weird off-balance feel right from the start of the movie. This sequence continues for a bit, but it's really not the point, so let's just skip ahead a bit to the first plot bit. I said bit like so many times. Maureen's friend comes over with some boxes to store in the attic, thus giving us our weak justification for going up to the titular attic. And what does Maureen find up in the attic? Why, the opening credits, of course! Also this creepy miniature. So she brings the obviously demon-possessed miniature down with her, wouldn't you? And wouldn't you know it, weird freaky shit starts happening, such as a title card manifesting in the attic. Whoa, creepy. So we get a bunch of creepy shots establishing that the miniature house matches the big house, as in, a whole lot. As in, seriously, I think we've established this already, can we get a move on here? So Maureen is woken up in the middle of the night and goes to investigate, and the next night she's woken up in the middle of the night and decides not to investigate. Well, that's quite the character arc! Also, Maureen has a weird freaky dream in which she's a wax monster, and then the next night she has a weird freaky dream in which she's a wax monster. God, this movie is repetitive! Also, in between those 2 points, she falls asleep and has a weird freaky dream in which she's a wax monster. But this one is during the day, so much different thing. So anyway, back with the actual plot of this movie, such as it is. Maureen meets up with her friends to discuss these strange goings-on. Also, they meet up in a dance hall. It was supposed to be a coffee shop, but it's not. Make of that what you will. They discuss the weird happenings in whispers, mainly because the next class had already come in and we didn't want to freak people out. Hashtag poor planning. And then they go back to the house and we get some more of those aforementioned match shots. All in all, good use of a scene. A+. And since this movie just wouldn't be the same without being pointlessly repetitive, Maureen and friend meet up once again to discuss the weird happenings. But this time they do it while watching a movie. Another poorly thought out, uninspiring movie by yours truly. Complete with meta-commentary about that movie's bad acting.
Now, do you mind telling me what's going on?
We've had a number of seemingly connected cases all across the country. In every incident, the victims are killed inside a locked room with no markings on them or any other obvious indicator of how they might have died. Honestly, it's a little creepy. It's like all these people just died for no reason. Newspapers have even started calling him the Phantom Killer.
Oh god, the hokey acting gets me every time.
See? It's good because it's meta. I'm not pretentious as shit. Why do you ask? And then finally we get closure on the subplot involving the trilogy of questionable dream sequences when we find out that that is in fact how the demon or ghost or whatever was attempting to communicate. Well, that and the fridge letters and the creepy voicemail. So, there's that as well. And so, having successfully communicated his desire to go back to the attic, James the Ghost is put back in the attic. Well, that was resolved embarrassingly easily. Also, yes, the ghost gets a name, friend does not. Make of that what you will. And then the movie closes proper with this pan-around shot coming to rest on a building where a light comes on in the miniature attic, implying that it's not over. Even though it is, this won't ever be followed up on. So enjoy that! So that was In the Attic. How was it? Well, it was certainly a movie. Played in theaters and everything. Well, theater. 1 day only. Well, that's the sign of a good movie. Also, if you were there that day, thank you. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this mess. Shout out to X-Fundy Files. Well, I guess that's all for this one. Now I need to go make another movie pretty quick, so that I have something to talk about next year. This might be a problem.